Hey guys, back again with another episode of Dark Stories, or Sonic Adventure 2's Dark Story. So, things, for me it's been like a couple days, so we're actually doing a bunch of upgrade things. So you remember when I went through that, spinny thingamabob, in Radical Highway the first time we went through, and I pointed out that's where the fire bracelet is. So, now we can break iron crates. This one's completely optional. You don't need it like Sonic does. But so now we get to go. So we're getting a bunch of upgrades here. We're going to get I think the rest of the upgrades for Eggman, except for his last one. So we're coming back to where we were in episode 7, and getting the lock-on upgrade. So. Yeah, there's not much really to talk about. I mean, for right now, but when we get to the chip part, that's when we're really gonna get into I'm really gonna get into it, because that's where I think, like, for me, the bulk of the where a lot of the replay value is. I mean, that's the whole point. I actually died before because I thought it was on the opposite end, but initially, but again, I completely forgot about it. But here's Mystic Melody for Eggman. So I still show the dialogue boxes because, if people want to still read them or haven't seen the other episodes, then read away. So I get kind of fancy with the cutting and stuff like that. I don't like immediate cuts. I like kind of fades away to the next thing. Not cross-fading, but just fading. Like this one, I just started right away. I didn't have to cut anything because I went straight for it. So, there hasn't really been much to do lately. I mean, for me, specifically. I mean, I want to record Last Story, but I still have to render the next 3 episodes out and delete the files there. So, we're back in the story where we have to actually chase the tornado. Now, when we get to, I think it's the mission after this, I really fail, a lot. Like, you don't see it. I failed so many times, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna cut all that out and start brand new, even though I got the upgrade. I'm gonna show you where the upgrade is. It's the same thing as Sonic's, and I do get to showcase it, what the Spin Dash actually does. But, because I finally figured it out. So this route level is a lot harder in that you can actually fall off and die in several places. Like, you can jump out, you can fall into that gap. I mean, obviously you'd have to be a horrible driver to fall into some of these, but some of them are pretty tricky. And, just use the same tactic of getting extra boosts and stuff like that. Like, you'll see right here, you can, if you try to turn too sharp, you can actually probably lose control and just drive right off into the abyss. It's really weird. From a technical standpoint, I mean, compared to now, obviously, it's really shitty. I mean, look how high up these roads are compared to the rest of the city. That's crazy, and it's not being supported by anything at all. Of course, they needed they needed as little as possible. I wouldn't say as little as possible, but they didn't want to overdo all the flashiness to stress out the GameCube the Dreamcast, I guess you could say. And so they went with less is more, so they can have a faster frame rate for a fast game. I mean, it is pretty fast. I mean, it's game theorists kind of prove that Mario is, I think, faster. I think that's how it was. But anyways, so you just keep on. It's a really these 2 road levels are very straightforward. It's just a simple racing game. What I may do in the future is, if I have a special guest, I'll do the 2-player, because it's kind of pointless to do multiplayer by yourself. And there I almost fell off. This one's tricky. I mean, like I said, the Dark Story is harder. That's definitely true. But I think one of the I think that the whole aspect of raising Chow, kind of like, I mean, I was never into Tamagotchi or those kind of things. I mean, I don't have a 3DS with a Pokewalk or anything. Those things are But I mean, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I first started out playing Silver. I got Silver in 2001 for Christmas with a translucent purple Game Boy with a matching translucent purple flashlight attachment, which drained the hell out of the battery. But so I played that for the longest time, and this was before I knew that fire kicks ass. I got a Totodile because I thought, Totodile looks the coolest, and I never saw, and this was the first time I ever played a Pokemon game, but I knew of Pokemon, I just never played it before. And then the first one that I owned completely for myself, I played to high hell and back over the course of several years. I actually got Sapphire for $35 at a GameStop at the nearby mall when it was at the EB Games, when it was still EB Games. I got at the mall that I used to live by. I went and bought that for $34.99, or is it 95? One of the two. So now we have 2-player versus mode for kart racing available, not more stages. But yeah, Skyrail I failed a lot. But anyways, so I played last time I had checked, because I don't have Sapphire anymore. I lost it sadly, and it really breaks my heart because that was the one I was most attached to. Blaziken for the win. You can actually do a stunt jump there, but I played, I think, around 400 cumulative hours, and I actually got Jirachi legitimately. My friend had the bonus disc for Pokemon Coliseum, and so I got the Wishmaker Jirachi. So you see that over there? So here's a death. I think I left a couple in. If I left a bunch in, then I'm just gonna. I don't know. I may cut a bunch of this out, but you don't want a homing attack on that. So you go on top of the Chow box, and these guys will appear. And so, see this? So this is where you get the spin dash for Shadow. So this is what happens. And then you do this. You gotta wait a little bit, but that's pretty much what that does. It's pretty badass. But let's go back to Pokemon. Like, for me, Pokemon was just a really fun to play game. I never played any of the spin-off games like Mystery Dungeon at the time. Although, I have to say, that a couple of Mystery Dungeon, like, I think, I never played Red or Blue Rescue Team. But I played, what was it? I played Explorers of Time. I think that's the one I still have. And I love that game. Like, the thing is, some people might think, that you should, some people like to restart their game and lose all their progress and stuff. I hate doing that. Oh shit. Died again. But what was it? I would never restart my Pokemon games. Like, the Pokemon games that I had were Silver, Sapphire, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I think I got Sapphire was the first one I got, and then I got Ruby, and then I got Emerald as well. I don't remember how I got Ruby or Emerald. And then I got Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I still have Platinum, but I don't know where Diamond and Pearl is. Diamond got kind of fucked up because I was messing around with an action replay code, and I went outside of the link room. Like, I walked through the wall and went outside. Like, I went to the teleport out from outside the room's boundaries, and it fucked me permanently because it saved and it wouldn't let me access things. I was under the ground, like I was invisible and I couldn't interact with anything, so I was kind of fucked, and I couldn't go back in to do anything at all, which really sucked. And that had my Sapphire, Blaziken, and Rayquaza, which in hindsight I probably shouldn't have done that when I had an action replay code fucking around. You can't kill those enemies, I don't think. I'm pretty sure you can't. Um, but thank God there were no more enemies. Otherwise, I probably would have been fucked. But platinum I still have, along with its case and instruction book. Surprisingly enough, I still have ruby and emerald, and I have leaf green, which I got from a friend. But I never played Fire Red or Leaf Green, and it was just confusing as all shit to me. Like, I never played the original game. So, even when I went to Kanto in, I don't even know if I ever went to Kanto in, I don't even know if I beat Silver or not. But if I did, I don't know if I think I went to Kanto, but I got immediately confused because it was such a foreign place to me. And it's always felt that way. Because, I mean, I know Johto and Kanto are connected and stuff like that. It's one big landmass. But for, like, trying to explore, I'd have no idea where to go. I mean, I could look up exactly what to do, and I would do it. I mean, you might think, well, how did you get used to
It's pretty rough.
We did it.
other
Let's
games?
go,
And, like,
Amy.
they were more straightforward for me. I mean, Kanto was kind of like, well, I don't know what to do. It's just things in the box. That's how it felt for me. So I still haven't played Leaf Green. I still have a Game Boy Game Shark, and now when I say so for Sapphire I had every single Pokemon, include Deoxys. I don't know if you could have I think I got them legitimately. I can't remember. But I got every single Pokemon except for 2, and you can only imagine the 2 fucking Pokemon that it's fucking impossible to get. And mind you, I did this all legitimately, and I had Pokemon Coliseum and got a couple extra Pokemon too. Like out of the Hoenn, I saw all the Pokemon, but I did not. But out of the National Dex, of course, I didn't see all 386. But I captured, using Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I captured all the Pokemon in the Hoenn except for Feebas and Melodic. It would have been easy for me to get Melodic, because I could have just maxed out Feebas's beauty thing and then leveled him up. But it's fucking impossible to catch a Feebas in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. To all you people who have actually caught one, legitimately, out in that goddamn river, I fucking hate you. I don't honestly hate you, but I just fucking hate how lucky you guys are. So, I actually died, if you paid attention to the life counter from the last level to this, during this fight, and that's why Omochao popped up. But it was like a dick move thing. I fell down and he hit me in midair, and then I got knocked back and I couldn't recover, and I fell into the sand and died. Now, for Sonic, you could keep pressing jump to do to get out of the sand, but for Eggman, there's platforms on the protruding from the quicksand. So all you have to do is just like spam the B button to shoot your missiles and stuff. You can't get on the back of them. You have to shoot the generators on them, which is really simple. I mean, I did it in under a minute. It's just really just Feebas was so hard to find, and I think I because Sapphire was my first Pokemon game I ever owned, so I'm like, I want to keep this completely legitimate, no cheats at all. And so I used Ruby, because I kept redoing Ruby, because Ruby I didn't care about. That was the only Pokemon game I would keep on restarting, because I had Sapphire, which was the one I started out with. And I'm like, alright, I'm going to keep on restarting this, blah, 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 get other Pokemon, like other starters and things like that. And I cheated a couple Pokemon and stuff using the Game Shark, but So just bleh. I have noticed that I have been talking for almost 15 minutes about Pokemon. Or 10, whatever. Yeah, it's almost the end of the episode, but
I will go after them myself.
I'm gonna leave you guys with the rest of this cutscene. I know I've been doing this lately, just kind of cutting it off my voice early, cutting off the commentary early, but it's just, I want to get on to the next episode and start doing that. So, I will see you guys later.
Maria, I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, This is it. Research Project Shadow, the ultimate life form. Let's see now. What in the world is this? This can't be right. Just what is Shadow anyway? I guess I'll just have to take the last pieces of the Master Emerald.